Good morning. My name is Irene and I'm making this presentation to explain the basic aspects in relation to autism within the degree of psychopedagogy of the University of Alicante. Autism is one of the 5 pervasive developmental disorders together with other syndromes such as Tourette syndrome, Rett's syndrome or Asperger's syndrome. These disorders are characterized by a series of widespread abnormalities which are social interaction, communication, and behavior together with restricted interests. Although a great number of investigations have been done on this matter, the causes that provoke autism aren't still very clear, and the pathology that provokes it is in many cases even unknown. However, many experts have reached to the point that autism is based on a genetic basis. The problems of autism are based in the genetic basis, and these are reflected in the brain damage. Other theories, such as the viral infection, may also be a good explanation, but they need still further investigation. The viral infection, for example, may have an effect on the normal development of the nervous central system. Throughout history, there have been different views in relation to autism since it was first discovered. The first theory was made by Lee O'Connor, who was the first author to define autism in 1943. According to this author, autistic children presented severe problems or troubles in the fields of communication, socialization, and behavior. Later on, the continuous perspective stated that the characteristics of autism could perfectly fit within some abnormalities in other syndromes which were concerned in communication, behavior, and socialization. And finally, the clinical version is the current one, and it states the following criteria that we are going to explain in the fourth edition of the DSM manual. And these are the following criteria. You can see 3 different sections. Well, we need to have at least 6 or more descriptions to get to the conclusion that a person has autism. Let's have a closer look. Within the social interaction, we need to have at least 2 observable descriptions in this person, such as lack of spontaneous seeking to share enjoyment or interest, or lack of social or emotional reciprocity. Within the second section, qualitative impairment in communication, we need at least 1 observable description, such as use of stereotyped language. And finally, within the third section, qualitative impairments in behavior, we need again at least 1 observable description, such as restricted and repetitive interests. We must remember that all of the areas have to be affected before the age of 3. And these characteristics cannot be better explained by the Rett's syndrome or the childhood disintegrative disorder. Let's have a look now to the management of autism, which is what really matters to us. It is really important to have an early individualized training within an environment which is very well organized and with very planned transitions. It is also very advisable to make behavior therapy or psychopedagogical therapy so as to promote social contact. There are several systems who are very well known to deal with autism, such as the picture exchange communication system, which consists of using pictures as a means to communicate with these children, or the applied behavioral system, which is also very famous, which consists on using rewards or consequences in exchange of interaction. It is also needed to use a linguistic therapy in those cases in which the language has been developed to a certain point. Medication is also a useful tool, especially to neutralize those aggressive behaviors or self-injurious behaviors. But the most important of all, last but not least, is the formation of family and teachers so as to have a continuity of in the treatment of these people. So let's have an overall review of what these people show and how we can deal with them. We must remember that the autistic syndrome must be observable before the age of 3. And this syndrome is more often seen in males, in a higher percentage in males than in women. And according to recent research, around 2 to 9 people every 1,000 people are candidates to have this syndrome. The genetic transmission is also important because those who are siblings of people with autism have from 25 to 50% of possibilities, or they are likely to have this syndrome as well. As we have seen, the communicative skills and the social skills are quite limited, but they are capable of acquiring new abilities, and this is why it is important to have an early training and diagnose as well. Their interests are restricted. We should take that into account in our intervention, and their adulthood is stable. I hope you will find this information very useful for your personal and professional life. Thank you very much for your attention.